25,000 convicted criminals have been released from custody awaiting further immigration proceedings, as well as more than 222,000 who have got pending criminal charges.
They're currently tracking 425,000 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime. Of that number, over 13,000 non-citizens have convictions for homicide and are on the non-detained docket, meaning they're roaming the country right now. On top of that, there are another 15,811 non-citizens convicted of sexual assault who are roaming the country right now on ICE's non-detained docket.
Alex, to me, this is tantamount to treason. Even if 10%, 1% of those numbers were being released into the community, it would be a scandal.
Well, it's scary enough that 13,000 of those illegal immigrants have a conviction for homicide. But I mean, personally, I think sexual assault is even scarier than the murder. And considering now we have 15,000 people that are in our country, and those are the ones that are documented. It's incredibly scary, and I don't think people here in America really understand how important this next election is, because our border is an absolute mess. And I went on a cruise. I recently went to Haiti. Right now, Haiti's beautiful. There's hardly anybody there. I mean, those places are safe, but New York City or the southern border, terrible right now.
Well, I'm shocked at how little coverage this data that has been released by Immigration and Customs Enforcement is receiving in the mainstream media in America. It's not a palatable topic. It goes against the narrative. A lot of networks like MSNBC, CNN push, but you would think the data is so compelling that they would be telling their viewers about it, but it seems to be ignored by many of them.
Well, they consider it advantageous because they know that they're going to figure out a way where these people can vote in future elections and hopefully, make it so that the liberals win every election by having these illegal immigrants vote for them. So this is not an accident. And, it wasn't that long ago after September 11th where the country, tried to pride itself on protecting its citizens. Now it's the opposite. Now people are more interested in protecting illegal immigrants. And you look at all the devastation in Florida and Tennessee right now, yet we still want to give billions of dollars to the Ukraine. It's absurd.
Now, despite the obvious border policy failures that those stats point to, we had Kamala Harris go to the border. She has previously compared border authorities to the KKK and slave owners, but now she's pretending she supports strong borders and she's supporting the workers down there. Is anyone buying this in the States, Alex?
Well, sadly, Rita, I just spoke at the University of Washington, and I was speaking there for Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's organization, and we had some people that were a little combative. And, I asked them about the border, and they literally, even though Kamala Harris has been the vice president for the past 3 years, they think that she actually cares about the border, yet it's been her job, literally, basically for the last 4 years almost, to fix our border. And they admit, these are leftists on campus that admit that we have a border issue, but they think all of a sudden when Kamala becomes president that she can fix this. So people are deeply confused, and they're acting like Kamala Harris is some new candidate. She's not. She's been in the upper echelon of power, and she could stop this border crisis, but she chooses not to. So it's just, proof that she's a phony and she's a fraud, saying now she all of a sudden cares about the border.
Well, she's just on the record over the years talking about this issue at length, and she has said that she doesn't think illegal immigration is a crime. She wants to have free healthcare for illegal immigrants, even supported sex change operations at the taxpayer's expense for illegal immigrants who are convicted of a crime and are in jail in America. So,
thanks to Harris's promotion, the group reportedly raised $35 million in just a few weeks.
Darnica Floyd, charged with second-degree murder for stabbing a friend friend to death. She got out of jail too. A twice convicted rapist, currently charged with kidnapping and sexual assault, and he walks out too.
The Freedom Fund raked in donations when it was promoted by many, including now Vice President Kamala Harris.
John Michael Tillman shot and killed a passenger on a train platform after reportedly being released from jail 3 weeks prior. All thanks to the Minnesota Freedom Fund.
Donovan Boone was charged with breaking into the home of an ex-girlfriend and choking her. Freedom Fund bailed him out for $3,000 cash, and he hasn't shown up for court since.
I often don't even look at a charge specifics when I bail someone out.
The Hennepin County attorney called out the Minnesota Freedom Fund for bailing Mosley out of jail twice previously, even though he was arrested for having a gun in the courthouse.
The Minnesota Freedom Fund, which pays cash bail for low-income criminals, paid Tibbs's entire $10,000 bail in cash.
11 days later, police found a man bleeding from the head and ears in this alley.
So is Kamala doing okay?
Nope. She's down, Joe. Now we're basically Trump is killing us at the polls, so yes, we're going to lose Joe.
Damn it. Wait. What if I come back to run again?
As candidate?
Yeah.
Well, no, Joe,
man,
you're not going
give
back
another
yet.
shot.
Let's